Hello and welcome again to Thesis 1. Scrolling down a bit, let's look at our navigational page. Now, so far we've done our overview, we've done abstract and prospectus, we've done review of literature. Now we're heading into the time period where the methodology chapter is going to be due. Let's look at methodology. There is a method, a process and praxis to everything we do. Again, most of you will have completed a draft version of your methodology chapter in research methods previously, but this is a polished version. And as a reminder, methodology is a section of the thesis that shares the way in which the researcher will explore the question and thereby seek to verify their thesis perspective. If the researcher intends to rely heavily upon a particular critical perspective, this would be the appropriate place to talk about that perspective. For instance, if you have a feminist perspective of literature, this is the time to tell us about that. And this will relate in a way to why you've chosen the sources that you have, why they've informed your study. If you have an Indigenous research methodology, this would also be the place to tell us about that and the specific types and approaches of research that you are taking. Is it experimental? Are you conducting interviews? Are you primarily doing a literature review? Is yours a criticism of your own or someone else's literary work? This is the place to let us know about your process, your research process. So if the researcher intends to rely heavily upon a particular critical perspective, it would be appropriate to place this in this section and tell us about it, why that approach is intrinsic to the process of inquiry. And it is important that the reader understand why the researcher has chosen that critical perspective, experimental approach, creative evaluation, or praxis, why they've chosen that particular approach. All right. So this section is due by the end of October, by the 24th of October. And our handbook is on its way. We've got our forum home, weeks 8 through 11, reading and work report. So what have you been reading from weeks 8 through 11? And then methodology chapter. Have there been challenges? How is that chapter going? If you have questions about the chapter, the methodology chapter, this is the place to put them. You can also always email myself or Saul at any time. You can ask us about this. So we look forward to engaging with you in your work. Stay safe, be well, and we'll see you soon. Many thanks. Stay safe, be well.